to an investor looking for premium market opportunities? Presenting premium and exclusive service for investors by Kalkai.
Hello, I'm Rachel Jones for Kalkai Media. Welcome back to another edition of Executive Corner Expert Talks. In this edition, I'll be speaking with Peter Malone, Executive Chairman of Skin Elements. Now, Skin Elements is a biotech healthcare company and has spent the last 20 years designing, testing and formulating all natural, organic health and wellness products. Hi, Peter. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Rach. Good morning. Great to be here.
Good to speak with you today. So, Skin Elements recently announced a fundraising event. What can you tell us about this?
Yes, this is our new rights issue we've just released to the market last week. That basically what it does do, it positions an opportunity to position our shareholders at the right level, given the market has been very difficult through COVID for us as an R&D company. So what the basis to the issue is, we're going to give them the opportunity to come back into the stock at the base 1 cent share price, and we're going to offer them an option, free option for a further share at 2.5 cents within the next 3 years. So basically positioning our core shareholder groups.
Excellent. And what drives Skin Elements to design and formulate natural, organic health and wellness products for its customers?
Oh, look, that's the basis for our mantra. We started off as a company that was looking to develop an antimicrobial preservative that would be all natural and organic. So then we could actually preserve food quality products like organic skincare products and food as well, of course. And this was sort of out of the early period of going through the Super Size Me type of films that were created and the issues with synthetic preservatives in foodstuffs and what it does to the body. And there's a whole raft of issues coming forward. And our area of expertise is naturopathic and biotechnology specialists. We were sort of key to go into the developing a product in that space, and rather go into the food arena, which was obviously there as well. We sort of thought there was a number of major parties that could do that probably pretty well and a lot quicker than we could. But what we did notice was the skincare space, particularly products that were heavily used but very, very chemically based in terms of their formulations. And that was less competitive, and it was an ideal opportunity for us to get into, and we've committed very, very significant resources over the last 20 years to get a range of preservative-based products now to the market.
And you recently signed a memorandum of understanding with New Zealand packaging and distribution company called Accolade, and that's for the exclusive distribution of EcoNurture into New Zealand. What can you tell me about EcoNurture and this launch?
Yes, that's an amazing opportunity really coming out. The horticultural and the agricultural space is being very much affected by using heavy chemicals to cure and rejuvenate the plants and the horticultural products and the fruit and whatever they're growing. And we've heard about the Monsanto stories and the Roundup and all the issues, and those things have become global issues in their own right. But down at the street levels, we call it, where you're in the orchard or you're in the paddock with the crop, they have still a reliance on heavy chemicals, products that are systemic to the soil, causing paddocks to be having to lay fallow for years at a time between growing product. It's a very difficult market for them, and New Zealand's, of course, the land of the farm exporter. The New Zealand economy, the GDP of New Zealand, relies heavily on the Fonterras and the big, huge horticultural produce like the Zespri, who sells kiwi fruit around the world, and then you get to the wine industry over there. The grapes and all the aspects of what the white mold we see in grapes and the difficulties the grape industry globally has had in that, whether it be Napa Valley in the US, or across all the vineyards from Sydney through to Melbourne, Adelaide and Perth. So it was basically working out what's the best angle to get the product into, and the preservative, I might just, Roger, dwell on this a little bit here in detail, but the preservative product we developed pre-COVID was launched with a different range of product, which is our natural sunscreens, which are wonderful products and are getting essentially relaunched after COVID. But that gave us the ability to strip down the antimicrobial preservative in its own right. And we created basically a cleaning product for the public globally. And that is in the process of getting launched. I mean, these things take a number of years to get launched, and a couple of years in COVID doesn't necessarily see it come out the door tomorrow morning. But the spin-off of that is the same product base, of course, is a very, very strong biostimulant for plants and horticultural product. And that's hence where we got to with the New Zealand group.
It's absolutely a great space to be working within at the moment. And just finally, what can you tell me about science, knowledge, nature for people's bodies, and how are people embracing this these days?
Look, it's, I think, a trend now globally. We all want to have a better outcome, and the science is definitely here. And we're writing the science, of course, and you've got to have the right technology, but you can now use the natural organic products. So it's basically putting the two together. You don't have to rely on chemicals now. A lot of them are systemic chemicals, and no chemical is well accepted by the human body. So therefore, at the end of the day, we need drugs at some level, and in some cases it has to be a chemical. But in a lot of cases, for regular day-to-day eating foodstuffs and having food preserved and having food coloured, you don't need to go racing out to the coloured dyes, get your bright blue natural ingredients now. And I think that's the big key, and that's what this is all about, is using natural products for a global.
Absolutely. Well, it's definitely a changing time across the globe. And that was Peter Malone. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks very much, Rachel. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Peter, Executive Chairman of Skin Elements. And if you missed any part of that chat, you can catch the full interview on our YouTube channel at Kalkine Media, so make sure to subscribe. I'm Rachel, reminding you to stay apprised with Kalkine.